Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Make plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like control. Don't work like that when you love somebody. My old flex is my new flex now, and we're working on it. That's why I need all the energy that you bring to me. My last girl would tear me apart, but she never wanna split a thing with me. But when it comes to you, I think I'd lie for you. I think I'd die for you. Do things when you want me to, like controller. Like controller. Yeah. I never wanna waste these shots. I do it how you say you want it. Them girls, they just wanna take my money. They don't want me to give you nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't wanna see me for your love. They don't wanna see me smiling like when they baby.
As I celebrate Juneteenth, as we celebrate the slaves, the prisoners of war who survived, as I'm walking and flying into Juneteenth with gratitude and for the resilience and determination of my ancestors, on whose shoulders I stand tall. This is Oma at Officially Black Tie Tatted. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And to my supporter over there at Earth Journey at Officially Black Tie Tatted, I love you and thank you for your support. This is Oma at Officially Black Tie Tatted. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And remember, Eagles.
Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Remember, Eagles flies with Eagles. All right now, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is Arthur Oma, and remember,
Eagles flies with Eagles.
That's my background there. And so my parents convinced me to.
Are you the only child?
Yes. My parents convinced me to go through with this pregnancy. I grew up in Texas, and again, like I said, very religious background. And the incident as it happened, it was on my school's campus. I was with a fellow student that I thought that I knew, someone that I thought that I could trust. I was embarrassed. I was devastated.
Ashamed, yes.
Ashamed, yeah. I didn't tell anyone about it actually until I discovered that I was 6 weeks pregnant. At that point, I finally
Why didn't you, Carly, why didn't you report it? Did you not want to do that?
Again, growing up in a religious family, we didn't really talk about these kinds of things. And so I just didn't know what to do. This was my first kind of real world scenario here. I didn't want to tell my parents because I was, again, ashamed and embarrassed. And when I realized that I was pregnant, that was when I confided in a close friend, and she was actually the one who convinced me to tell my family. And she also convinced me to go to the police about it. And
now you guys know what? I know she was scared. She felt alone, you guys. She need that support system. And not only that, the way that it happened in such a horrific way. But anyway, you guys, eventually she's going to make that police report. Let's keep it rolling.
When I did go to the police, they arrested the guy on felony charges. And
All right, let me ask Mr. and Mrs. James, how did you feel when you learned your daughter was a victim of assault?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You must have been devastated.
Only God can tell. I grabbed my daughter's hand. I fell to my knees with her. I prayed. Lord knows I prayed, because I know my mother was a victim of an assault. That's why I'm here. So I'm a woman and her mother. I fell to my knees asking God just why. And I don't question God. But when my daughter, that young lady there, came to me and told me what had happened, all I knew to do, Your Honor, is get on my hands and knees with my daughter and pray and ask God why.
Did you support her through? She filed the police. The police arrested this young
Your
man.
Honor, my
Did you support
husband
Support her during this time?
Yes, ma'am. My husband and I, he can tell you. Oh, Jesus.
We put some retainer fees in for some medical, for some medical care, and for her to get some treatment.
What kind of treatment did she need?
Well, she needed some psychology treatment.
Some psychological, some help?
Yeah.
Now, Carly, what happened? Do you mind if I call you Carly? What happened? So you filed charges. The police.
Now here's where the justice system let her down. And this is not a stranger to Black women when they go through the justice system, when they're assaulted, a victim of violence. Most of the time, the justice system don't believe you for some reason. You're just treated differently. You're not even treated like a human being going through the justice system as being a Black woman. That's why Malcolm X said that the least protected woman in the world is the Black woman.
Arrested him for felony charges for assault. What happened with the case?
so in the state of Texas, you have 90 days to prepare and to begin your trial. And just before the 90 days was up, the DA decided not to prosecute. And so...
Why?
Because it happened on a college campus, and there was a lot of he said, she said, and it's also...
Yeah, and also that's another thing, the justice system. We are not believed. For some reason, you could have your peers, a jury of women over there in that corner. That way, if they declare fellow women, they still not going to believe you. So anyway, the justice system really let this young lady down, and so did her parents.
I'm an African-American woman in the state of Texas, and there was just a lot of things going against me. I felt heartbroken. I didn't know what to do. I had finally come forward and said something, spoken my truth, and then it was almost like it was a waste. I wish I had never said anything at all. And throughout the process, through some of the depositions and things.
That's typical. Most Black women going through the system. They don't want to go. The legal system has Black girls, Black women in general, because we feel like they're not going to believe us anyway.
I noticed that my family seemed to be kind of distancing themselves from me, and I didn't quite understand why. And I realized that
distancing themselves from you?
Yeah, they seemed just closed off. And so I knew that if I had their support, if I had them behind me, that I would be able to support this child.
So she needs her parents right now. And you just saw what she said about what the justice system did. Just let the prosecutor decide he was not going to prosecute her. And thirdly, because they said 22% of Black women experience assault like that. Yet they are less likely to believe. They are less likely not to be supported in this case. Now, when it started off, the parents kept convincing her to keep this baby, But the more and more they go to the trial, now they learned now that their daughter have had sex before marriage. So now they're saying now the mom and dad want to distance themselves from her. She's not innocent at all. Well, either way, that's what the court will say, that the black women are less innocent. Even if they're little girls, they don't even look at them as a little girl. They look at them as being as adult-like, as opposed to the queer people. Y'all, they feel like black girls are more promiscuous, more knowledgeable about sex, right? We don't need all this protection. So the mom and dad is perception of their daughter is getting clouded. I'm sure the church people got talking in the back of their head too. Let's just keep coming. Black women, because of how they even dress or the way they act, they'll even throw the case out saying she deserved to get what she got. But when it boiled down to it, y'all, this is a disturbing reality. This black woman right here, church failed her and her parents and the justice system.
And I felt comfortable bringing the child into the world knowing that I had.
But do you want it to terminate? You wanted to have at the initial?
If I believed that it was only me going to be able to provide for this child, I was not in a place to do that.
So do you think you were in an emotional state that you were able to make that decision, or do you think your parents influenced you to make that decision?
I felt as if in order to have the support of my parents, I needed to have this child. Like I said, they had said that they would disown me if I did have So
they said that to you?
They did, yes.
They said that to you?
Yes.
That they would disown you?
Yes.
Did Mr. and Mrs. James, did you understand the pain that she was going through?
Yes.
You know what? I love this judge. This judge right here is just really talking in a level way. She's level-headed. The parents don't seem to be level-headed right now, you guys. They don't. But anyway, this perpetuates a long legacy of impunity for violence against black girls, black women, y'all. Because black women and girls have historically been dehumanized, y'all. So she's feeling ashamed. But mom is saying, and dad now right here, they're telling her, well, we're going to disown you. Not even acknowledging the pain that their daughter is going through. Instead, they're thinking about the community, the religious community, the church. Let's just keep it going.
Did you understand she wanted to terminate this pregnancy?
Yes.
For very obvious reasons. She was the victim of assault.
It's not an option for an abortion in my religious.
Okay, it's not an option for you, but it's not you that was pregnant. Please explain to me what kind of talks did you have with your daughter to convince her or to persuade her or to influence her not to have an abortion? Please explain.
Would you like to speak some?
Well, the Lord is going to make a way for her. We taught her from the beginning.
Well, did you teach her what about all these predators out here that would target her? You didn't teach her that? It's making me mad, y'all. That's why a lot of black women are more reluctant to come forward. Because especially if you're in church, because church people is the worst to me when you have a problem like that. Y'all remember Daniel House called that Oklahoma police officer that was convicted of SA and all these black women. He targeted all these black women in the low income area, y'all. But he targeted them because he thought that they would be less likely to be believed. Because they feel like black women, they're not attractive. So they're unrapeable. Let me just say that, y'all. The silence and the bias against black women, right, y'all, is devastating. And this girl right here is really in a lot of pain.
Because she was Sunday school. She was excelling greatly in the things that she done, and she always had a religious base. Now, when she went off to college, I gave her some understanding about what happens in the world if you get caught up out there.
Did you talk to her about the birds and the bees, about
things
sex, about
Yes.
Because I went
everything?
to college myself, so
Okay, did you trust her enough that you
I had
raised
some
a
trials.
young girl that you would be proud of? Did you trust her
I did.
after you raised her?
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know she got into some of the things that go on college campuses, you know, tattoos and piercings and stuff like
That's
that,
not
parties
acceptable.
and parties. But you know, everything within
Okay.
reason. You know, it has to be balanced. And I'm not saying that because she got victim is not her fault. It's not, you know, because people get victimized every day. But I'm telling her to stay on the path and keep your mind straight and make good decisions. And then sometimes it'll keep you out the way of harm.
But
Yeah, make good decision will keep you out of way of harm, but sometimes, you know, it's not preventable. They're talking about tattoos and all of that. The church won't allow tattoos. So this illustrates that these parents, to me, are selfish. I think they're selfish, you guys.
To be, and I actually disagree with their choices. But what do you guys think so far?
I believe in God, and I believe that God will make a way for her. Yes, He will. He made a way for us. We did not do those things before we were married. We got married. We have been happily. We raised her properly, and for her to come and then we spend money to try to make sure that everything is going to work out with this animal that hurt her and violated
did you
her.
kick your daughter out of the house?
Yes, I did. I did not kick her out of the house.
I heard you gave her $600.
I gave her $600.
You gave her $600 and a bus ticket. You told her to pack her things and go live with family in Illinois.
Yes, ma'am.
So you threw her away like a piece of garbage. This is the first time you've seen each other in how long?
Since they kicked me out.
She came to our home.
How long has it been?
They kicked me out around the beginning of the new year.
8 months or so?
Correct, yes.
8 months to a year?
Yes.
Okay. And you had the baby?
I've had the baby. I've had her for about 3 months now, and
It's a little girl?
this little girl, her name is Jasmine.
Jasmine?
And
So they kicked her out the house while she was pregnant. Pregnant. Mom and dad on this high moral ground have no grace and no mercy for their daughter, yet they claim to be full of love and be a Christian and they love Jesus. They kicked this girl out while she was pregnant after they done convinced her to have this baby. And see, they too busy worried about what the church people was going to say. That's what they thinking about.
it's been a struggle. That's why I'm here. I need help, and my parents, they told me that God told them that I had evil spirits inside of me and that they couldn't have those under their roof. And so that is what
Y'all know, I wonder where they get that from.
So you can't come back?
Correct. I've tried calling them. I've tried taking Jasmine and going and knocking on their door.
Have you seen your grandchild?
No, ma'am.
Do you not want to see your grandchild?
No. I'm telling you who look evil is that dad. I'm wondering if he her real dad or what. By the way, I'm getting this from Zach Plays. I've seen it, but this is Zach Plays, you guys.
So tell me where you're living and how you're supporting yourself day by day.
So right now I'm just staying with some friends. A lot of the community that I had were people from the church, and so they don't really want anything to do with me after everything got out.
Yeah. Y'all, this is so sad. And let me just go on to the verdict. Watch this. At the ending of it, she can't sue her parents for promising that they will support her, right? She obviously is homeless, sleeping on everybody's couch. And I want you to see dad expression when she reads the verdict. That's just true.
I promise I will try to help you as much as I can, and I will not fail you on that promise. But I cannot find under the law that a parent's promise is legally binding. It should be. It's much more than legally binding, you know that, right? It's morally binding. And that's much more important. Your parents have made a very clear declaration today of what they want. Maybe you needed to hear it after not seeing them for a long time. So, based on the evidence, I find there's no legal valid claim to your claim that you're suing the defendants. I will deny your claim, Carly, and I just wish you the best. And I know you're going to shine. Okay? Take good care of yourself and that beautiful baby girl. Okay? Good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the co-defendants. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Y'all see that smirk, don't y'all?
Is very sad, and I disagree with the way the parents